Hey baby, I ate a beer cod and crab salads in all my legs.
All right, amigas, breakfast is ready. Deep dish oatmeal pizza with grapefruit topping.
That's the trouble with breakfast. Always the same old thing.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Cranston. Your host, Cranston. Today, we have a special treat. We're doing an oatmeal deep dish grapefruit topped pizza. 1 second. Alright, so we've got a mixing bowl. We're going to do 2 cups of brown sugar. Already got 1 cup in here. Got my second cup ready to go. We're going to put a stick of butter. And we're going to cream that all together. I'm getting real creamy. Bring over my mixer here. Originally on the show, this was an actual pizza by Mikey. I thought it was something else. So instead, we're going to make this into a oatmeal cookie bottomed breakfast pizza. And in that, we're going to add some vanilla icing and a grapefruit compote that I've made myself ahead of time. So first thing we're going to do is start with the brown sugar. I got some in the bowl, and we're going to add a stick of butter and get that creaming. And then we're going to examine it and realize that, goddamn, that's way too much brown sugar. So we're just going to add another half stick of butter here and hope for the best. Alright, that's enough of that shit. Alright, where the fuck did I put... Natalie! Where'd you put the vanilla? Never mind, I found it. God damn it. I don't know, put some in. Great. Alright, 2 eggs. Mix those. Now, I think it's good to make sure that the mixer knows that you care. So go ahead and stroke your mixer till completion. Now that the mixer's completed, we can go ahead and turn that off. Make sure that you scare away the ghosts with a wet cutting board before you mix the dry ingredients together. Now, most people would use a bowl. I don't have one handy, so I'm going to go ahead and mix the dry ingredients on this here cutting board. All-purpose flour. We've got salt. Probably shouldn't be kosher salt, but it's all I have. Baking powder. Apparently we don't have... Do we have a half cup? Fuck! Alright, so we don't have a half cup, so that's about half of a cup. A tablespoon of salt. We're gonna add a teaspoon of salt. But you know what? I don't want to dirty a teaspoon, so I'm gonna use a half teaspoon. I'm gonna do it twice. Now we're gonna add a half teaspoon of baking powder or baking soda. Baking powder? Hang on a second. Baking soda. Don't make that mistake. Don't confuse the two. You'll fuck it up. I did that once. Alright, and now we just gotta mix that together. Get a little drinky poo. Now, the trick is to get everything incorporated as evenly as possible. I think at this point most of the baking powder is on my hands. So maybe we'll switch to a tool. Yeah, there we go. So it's important to remember to do it correctly the first time. So don't follow along. When that's probably good enough, you kind of add it in thirds. I used my foldable cutting board for this part. Gonna add our oats. We're gonna add 3 cups of your favorite oats. Most people don't have favorite oats, so I'm gonna go with Quaker because they were on sale. You know the things about Quakers, they don't do a lot right, but they do know oats. I'll give them that. now's a good time to remember you should have preheated the oven probably, I don't know, 15 minutes ago when you started, but now's all right. There we go. Now, normally when you would do cookies... Sorry, what was I saying? We're going to lightly grease it. Since we're making a pizza here, I thought it'd be better to use like a cake pan to make one solid cookie-like item. So we're just using butter. Oh, it's important not to put too much surface area on the dough when you're getting it off the beater. So I like to do quick, successive finger jabs. And then when in doubt, get the fuck away! And then when in doubt, you can use a tool. I like my sword. And remember to always clean your sword before you put it away. Alright, now that your sword is in place, we can take our bowl. Fucking shit! Okay, twist it the other way. And then, I don't know, just take a big old handful and I don't know, just put in as much as it feels good. That feels pretty good. That feels good. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're gonna kind of form that to the bottom of the pan. It seems it sticks to your hands, so try spatula. Fucking sticks to the spatula. Alright, switch spatulas. This one, fuck it, it's not. Let's try hands again. I think the problem is, like, we need, like, some sort of grease. Oh, grease the hand up a little bit. That works great for a second. We'll try the back of a spoon. We're going to grease the spoon. And then we're going to use the spoon. Hey, that actually works pretty good. Yeah, it's nice and even, and I can apply firm pressure. Fuck, and the butter disappears. It's sticking to the goddamn spoon again. Fuck it. Back to hands. So I just kind of press it out till it's probably fine. Money shot. Alright, so we're gonna stick that in there. Okay, that's too far back. Stupid non-stick. We're gonna close it up. Alright! Alright, onto the icing. Alright, we got... Okay, we got 8 ounces of cream cheese. We're gonna stick that in there. We're gonna make kind of a cream cheese buttercream. That's the stinky butter. We're just gonna put that in there. Add a little bit of vanilla. That's probably good. Yep. And then start creaming that shit up. And then we're gonna add a secret ingredient. We got whipping cream. We got whipping cream. We got whipping cream. We got whipping cream. I don't know how much to add. I'm making this up. So we're waiting for this to get all creamy in the jeans. Now that it's creamed enough, I think we can add some powdered sugar here. It's to make it a little bit more sugary for the cream. I like it when I like sweet cream. So add enough sugar till it looks right. I mean, I feel like with icing, it's not really. It's really more of an art than a science. I like to make sure I let that mix untouched for about 7.5 hours. After about 7.5 hours, you can come back and it's probably done enough. When it gets the consistency of hot jizz, you know that you're very close. If you forget what hot jizz looks like, you can take a moment to make hot jizz. Recipes in the blog, if you're interested in making that at home. And stay tuned for a future video on our Xtube channel. It's important to scrape down the sides to make sure it's all incorporated. And holy shit, I forgot about the cookie. Okay. It looks done, so let's turn that off. Let's get that fucking shit out of the oven. and you should have a perfect giant cookie. You shouldn't put hot things directly on the granite. I feel like I used the reverse hot pad holder. So that needs to cool down a bit, and then we can throw on our icing. So this is where I take the compote out of the fridge that I've been working on. I spent about 3 hours on it last night. And that was grapefruit juice, grapefruit, and I chopped up some candied ginger, and I reduced that down on the stove for about 2 hours. And then after it cooled, I put it into a paper cup to finish cooling in the fridge so it would thicken. Yeah, it didn't thicken, so we thought maybe if we add some cream. Dude, get the fuck over here. I'm not doing this alone. Grab the whisk. Whisk. No, you go back and forth. It incorporates more air. No, hold it straight. Can I get the fuck out of my way! God damn it! So, whisking wasn't working. So, we'll try fucking immersion blender. It's always good to make sure that it's aroused, because you don't want the cream to curdle. And I clearly don't have a large enough bowl. So let's try the glass. More cream, maybe? I don't know. And this is the moment I realized that it looks like someone threw up in the cream because the grapefruit is mixed in with the acid. The acid of the grapefruit is mixed in with the cream. So, we're just gonna go with the plan B, and we're just gonna drizzle that shit later. So once your shit's cooled enough, you can go ahead and put the icing on top. It's important to get as even of a layer as possible. I guess we'll let that cool. Alright, take that out of the fridge, and let's see what we got here. Easy. Alright, that looks alright. Make sure that icing's up to snuff. And then we're going to go ahead and take our compote. We're just going to give it a nice little drizz. Speaking of which, Little Drizz is my stage name. Alright, let's see how this baby looks. Oh shit! Alright, time to dish this mother lover up. Bassam. Alright, buddy, get on over here. We're going to do it live. Alright guys, there it is. You know, it's more liquidy than I wanted, but it looks pretty. It smells good.
Yeah, kind of. I mean...
You don't think it smells good?
No, it smells great. I don't know how pretty it is.
You don't think that's pretty?
It's alright.
Oh, I think it's pretty.
Let me come around.
Sure. This is what we're doing. Is that about good?
Yeah.
We're gonna cut 3 slices. Oops. It's pretty good. It just tastes like an oatmeal cookie with like whipped cream and fruit. I'm definitely gonna make sure this whole thing gets eaten. They could probably use more time in the fridge because the icing on the top kind of cooled off.
Yeah, it's dessert.
Yeah.
Chunks of actual uncompoted grapefruit on top would still be delicious.
Yeah, I think if you sprinkled them in sugar ahead of time.
Oh my god. Just a super thick cookie.
Yeah.
It's really good. This might be the best pizza we ever eat.
Yeah.
Thanks Cranston for fucking it up. The idea, not the actual cookie.
Absolutely. Do you like it? Nice. All right. Well, This was the least funny one we've done, but I tried really hard, and I guess I'm proud of it.